Growing up, my grandparents used to have this trailer that they would use to go camping or would take down south during the winter to climates a little bit warmer than Canada. But in the off season, the trailer would sit in their driveway. And when my brother and I would stay with them, a fun evening activity would be to go and hang out in the trailer. We would run off to the trailer and play games, tell stories, or read. It was this quiet, secluded sanctuary, like a treehouse or a pillow fort that you build in the living room, but the additional seclusion made it feel extra special, I suppose. The downside was the trailer was not particularly well insulated. It was meant to bring south, after all, and so piled in every corner were years and years of collected wool blankets that were very much designed for heat and insulation and not a comfortable texture. Some of these blankets were the itchiest, scratchiest blankets under the sun, but they were warm. So you would go out at night after dinner and pick a board game to play, and the timer would start to see how long you could wait to grab a blanket. Depending on how many layers I went in with, helped or hindered, but around the 20-minute mark, I would typically fold and want a blanket. But then the itchiness would get to me, so I would throw it off, only to wrap it around myself again a few minutes later. Then, when that wouldn't work, I would just try covering my legs, but inevitably my arms and torso would get cold. Around the 40-minute mark is when I would just grin and bear it. The blanket wasn't comfortable, but it was too cold not to have it. Then, somewhere between then and needing to head back to the house for the night, I would realize that the blanket no longer felt itchy. It would be comfortable, and I was grateful for the warmth and didn't want to go back into the house. This became a regular cycle of not wanting the blanket, flip-flopping, begrudging acceptance, and then comfort and appreciation. And when I look back on those evenings in the trailer or the camping trips we would take and those scratchy wool blankets, I recall some of my fondest childhood memories. Now, this might be a bit of a stretch, but that's just something I have a tendency to do. But I think there's an interesting correlation to be made here. There's a lot of things in my life right now that are odd, uncomfortable, unconventional, and perhaps even a little scary. And when you're presented with an opportunity like that, it can be really easy to want to reject it, turn back, avoid the discomfort or frustration or challenges that come with that choice. But when you get through to the other side, that's when the great things happen. And 10, 15, 30 years from now, I would rather look back and say that I persevered, that I tried and made it through to the other side, and have the fond memories that come along with that, rather than never having tried at all.